You're 5 minutes from leaving for a showing. Your dog is barking at the front door, your cat has completely disappeared, and suddenly you're wondering, wait, what am I actually supposed to do with these pets when people are inside my house? Believe it or not, this is one of the questions I get asked from most sellers. All realtors will talk about pricing your home and staging your home, professional photos, the marketing, the sign in the yard. But nobody talks about the animals living inside that home until that first showing request comes through. Hi, I'm Jamie Herring with the Herring Homes team of Coldwell Banker Realty. I'm a Chicago suburban realtor, and I have helped over 1,400 families buy and sell all across the state of Illinois and Wisconsin. And that's probably thousands of pets have crossed those paths. I have seen every pet situation imaginable. So today I'm going to tell you exactly what I recommend for dogs, cats, birds, fish, reptiles, and even one pet squirrel that completely stole the show. Let's start with dogs because this one is pretty straightforward. You need to take them with you. Every showing, every open house. If there's one piece of advice I hope every seller remembers from this video, it's this. I don't care if your dog is a 10-pound toy poodle or 100 pounds. I don't care if it's the sweetest dog that's ever lived. The buyer just doesn't know that. Your realtor doesn't know that. And to them, it's simply an unfamiliar dog inside a house that they're literally trying to enter and tour. And believe it or not, some buyers are very afraid of dogs. Some have been bitten before, some have small children with them, and others just don't want a dog jumping on them when they're trying to decide whether to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on a home. I've even had buyers refuse to enter a house because a loose dog greeted them at the door. That's not a risk worth taking. And here's something sellers don't always think about. Even buyers who absolutely love dogs can become distracted. Instead of admiring your kitchen, they're petting the dog. Instead of picturing where their couch will go, they're wondering if the hardwood floors are scratched or if the house smells like pet. You want buyers thinking about your home, not your cute dog. Sometimes we get a last-minute showing request, you're at work and you just can't leave your dog out. If that's the case, a crate is usually your second best option, but here's something I've learned after years of selling homes. Some dogs are perfectly quiet until strangers start walking through their house. Then they become defensive. They bark, they bark, they bark, and if that's your dog, don't crate them during showings if you can avoid it. Other dogs are so quiet you never know they're there, but a non-stop barking dog changes the entire feelings of the showing. Instead of thinking, wow, this house feels so peaceful and quiet, buyers are just thinking, can we hurry up and get out of here? Please don't leave your dog in the backyard either during a showing. Buyers want to go out and walk the yard. They want to look at the landscaping, check out the fence, see the patio. Imagine entertaining outside. They shouldn't have to wonder whether it's safe to step into the yard or worry about an excited dog running toward them. If buyers aren't comfortable exploring your backyard, you're taking away one of your home's biggest selling features. Before you leave, take 2 extra minutes. Put away the food bowls, pick up the toys, move the dog bed, hide the leash, and pick up the dog poop in the backyard, because I see that all the time. These are little things that may seem insignificant, but they really do matter. The fewer reminders buyers have that someone else lives there and their pet lives there, it's easier for them to picture themselves there in the future. I have a dog, but I also have cats, and cats are the complete opposite. Most of the time, you just leave them at home. Unlike dogs, cats really don't like hopping in the car every time. I've driven across the country with a cat. It's not fun. It's stressful for them, and honestly, they're probably happier hiding underneath your bed or couch than riding around town with you. The funny thing is, buyers usually don't even know that they're there. Most cats hear strangers coming and they just hide. They know where they want to go and they stay until everyone leaves. Now, if you have an unusually social cat like my Dexter that greets everyone who walks in, he's like a dog, then we probably will put up a sign that says, please don't let the cats out. We want to remind realtors that the pets stay indoors because sometimes when that door opens, you'd be amazed how many cats try to sneak out while buyers are coming in. Also, with a litter box, you really need to make sure it's clean, put the deodorizer in. You don't have to hide it, but you want to make sure your house doesn't smell like litter box. Now let's talk about everything else. I've shown homes with snakes and birds and rabbits and lizards and even a squirrel. Most reptiles are perfectly fine staying where they are. If someone isn't comfortable seeing a snake in its enclosure, there's honestly not much that you can do about that. They're secure, they're safe, and most buyers will just simply move on from that room. Large fish tanks are a little different. Those things weigh hundreds or even thousands of pounds. So before your home even hits the market, decide whether the aquarium is staying with the house or you're moving it to your new home. Birds are another interesting one. They tend to get pretty vocal the moment strangers start walking through the house. So one trick I did in a birdhouse is that we took a photo of the bird room that they were in and we taped it to the outside of the door. So that way, if the buyers really had to see it, they could peek in, but most buyers were satisfied just looking at the picture on the door. And the squirrel story. Then there was a squirrel. I was showing a home one day and the sellers had a pet squirrel, like in a cage. Needless to say, my buyers did not spend much time looking at the kitchen or the family room or the bathrooms. All we talked about was this pet squirrel who was going bananas in this cage. We just talked about the squirrel, we stared at the squirrel, we wondered why they had a pet squirrel, and that's exactly the point. Anything unusual, whether it's a pet squirrel or a giant snake enclosure or anything else, can completely distract buyers from what you're actually trying to sell. You want them remembering your home, not your pets. At the end of the day, there isn't one rule that's gonna work for every pet, but there is one rule that works for every seller. You need to have a plan before the first showing request comes in. Don't wait until you get the text message with a showing request and someone wants to see your house in the next 30 minutes. Know where the dog is going to go. Are they going to doggy daycare? Can they go to a neighbor's house? Can you go for a walk? Know what you're doing with the cat in the litter box. Know how you're going to handle any other pets. Because the less buyers think about your animals, the more they'll focus on your home. If you found this video helpful, I'd really appreciate if you hit the like button, subscribe. I do one new video every week to help buyers and sellers make smart real estate decisions. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's the craziest pet you've ever seen in someone's house? Can it beat my squirrel? I'm Jamie Herring with the Herring Homes team at Coldwell Banker Realty. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.